Grip Combat Racing, known as Grip for short, is an action-packed game that raced onto the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam at the beginning of November. After having spent over 2 years in early access on PC, the final release brings fans the experience that they were hoping for when the game was originally announced via a Kickstarter campaign back in 2015, a campaign that managed to bring in $154,000 from backers. After seeing the response from fans, the team at Caged Element took the Kickstarter page down and decided to continue with the development of their racing game that promised to pay homage to the classic Rollcage franchise that took root in the late 90s and continued to win fans' hearts into the early 2000s. The game itself is aesthetically pleasing, offering a solid assortment of maps that keep things fresh as you race along and climb the ranks. All in all, there are 15 cars that can be deeply customized to fit your specific taste. And once you take to the track, 11 pickups can be found scattered along your route that allow you to boost past, gun down, or generally get a potential advantage over enemy cars. One of the biggest elements that sets Grip apart from other games is the gravity-esque element. There is a primary linear path that can be taken on every map, but part of the joy that I found when playing the game came from going off the beaten path and finding a new route that might be found by jumping to the ceiling of a tunnel above me or taking a ramp and launching onto a wall, held only by the inertia of my car rolling forward. Now, there is a campaign, but it is offering a relatively run-of-the-mill set of races that places you on a leaderboard as compared to other racers' performance. Jumping into the action offers a satisfying experience for fans of action-packed combat racing titles, but the long-term appeal of the game begins to wane once more than an hour or two is sunk into the experience. Of course, as an arcade racer, no one should expect the level of depth of something like Red Dead Redemption 2, but I found myself losing interest as maps that I had already seen began to come back into rotation, and I continued using power-ups that I had found best fit my playstyle over and over again. One of the biggest hang-ups that I found during my sessions with the game was the way that many of the vehicles handled. It doesn't matter how great the stats of your vehicle are, there's always a level of uncertainty when you're cutting corners close or attempting a drift. Although this did keep me actively thinking about what I was doing and made me pay closer attention to the way that I was driving, there was a part of me that wished the cars handled as well as they do in a game like Rocket League. For what it is, the game does a lot of things well. The developers did well in their mission to bring the Rollcage experience to a new generation, with many fans on Steam already calling it Rollcage 3. At $30, fans of the classic combat racing games will find plenty to love and come back to when they want to dig into a game full of nostalgia for a few hours. But at the end of the day, Grip Combat Racing earns a solid 7 out of 10 from me.